This may not be acceptable for children.
We are back! We are back!
All of the allegations came out once the money ran out. You know, like, or when the money
But it
was
kind of
running
seemed
out.
like it happened overnight, though. Like nobody knew what was going on.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Everything happened at once. I think he finally told everybody, maybe because I think he told everybody the same thing at the same time. Like, look, I don't have any more money. I can't pay nobody else off.
I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Of course, everybody got they high time and they low time. He's in his 40s, 50s, or
No, he's in his 50s. Right?
Yeah, now, but I'm just saying, like when he stopped paying people, I think he was like in his 40s. You know what I mean?
But what about the royalties and all that other good stuff that they're supposed to have?
That's the thing. You never know. Back in the day, these people was in very bad.
I mean, this just was kind of like 3 to 4 years ago.
But I'm saying there might be no royalties. That's what I'm saying. He probably was living off things, paying people off, trying to take care of himself, trying to do this and that. You got an ex-wife that I'm sure you got to pay as well. You know what I mean? You run out of money. You get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, okay, well, look, man, y'all got to, I done paid y'all. Like, let that go. You know? But I think
this attorney showed left. That lady left so fast. She was like, yeah, this is going to be like my last day, too.
Yeah, but the money goes. I feel like people want to start speaking. The family is so disgusting. Now, oh, yeah, because he had my daughter and, man, what?
Yeah, it was just so much. Then the ugly lady. I mean, his wife, I'm just saying, not an ugly lady, but his wife really did upset me because it's like, you being the ex-wife or whatever you're supposed to be. Honey, you could have been said something because you've been the ex-wife.
She said she didn't know, supposedly, she didn't know anything about that stuff. And for good reason.
My question is, right, how did I know since I was a child that R.Kelly liked young girls? But somebody that's married to him, sleeping in the same bed with him, live with him, know this man beyond my teenage and child brain, you don't know that he liked teenage girls.
But see, she didn't want to be associated with having that, being like, okay, well, yeah, I kind of knew about it. And yeah, I've seen him record with young girls.
Well, wait.
She don't want to say that.
Okay, but wait, Jen, since you just said that, because you did bring up something very interesting, do you think that maybe in her own way, like I think women have the tendency to do some you can ignore a wall just to not go there, because if you go there, you're going to hit it very hard and have a mentally breakdown. But then Jen and Jules, how could we say we know that just because of Aaliyah?
Everybody who had a brain knew R. Kelly liked young girls. It was a joke at one point. Not saying that this situation is a joke, nothing about it is funny, but it was just something that everybody knew.
But how though? But only because of Aaliyah? And Aaliyah never looked at all that young though.
But it don't matter how she looked.
He already had a reputation.
And then supposedly he got her pregnant when she was 15.
Yeah. But how would people know that though?
They were saying that she married her, allegedly married her so he can be there when she gets an abortion. Allegedly, who knows what really happened.
I think that stuff was public information, but I think the family wanted to get rid of all of that information altogether, and by right, you don't want that stuff to she have to constantly answer those questions or constantly, you know what I mean?
Because she was young.
She was young, she was very, very young, and nobody don't want to have to answer that type of questions or have to have that following behind them. You want that as far away from you as possible.
Now see, I'm going to say for myself, when I say young, I feel like it's two different types of young. Now, I know that all men love a younger woman as far as in you looking nice in your youth. Don't want you to come looking like, old piece of trash. You're not looking well. But I did not know where I cannot say I knew that he would like young girls in the ages of 13 to 14 to 15. I really didn't know that.
Well, yeah, from the
part
manager said, the manager was like, if he seen a girl and she got a big butt, then she's a girl who got a big butt. It didn't matter the age. Once he's seen, okay, you got this type of shape or you look this type of way, that was the case. But you know, like I said, he had a sickness, he had an illness, and I felt like
And
he
that's
should have
what I
gotten
was
help.
just finna say.
I felt like they shouldn't have been able. They shouldn't have.
But wait, Nick,
allowed.
do you think, because you did just say that, now let's, before we do close this out, you did just say that. Do y'all think because he was mentally challenged, he did not know how to read,
He wasn't
well,
challenged. He was
mentally in the development of, he never knew how to read, and yeah, so do you think if he didn't read with stuff, his mind frame, like his mindset was not there?
No, he had very good understanding. Very good understanding. That's two separate things. I think being illiterate, like meaning you can't really read or write or whatever it is, that's one thing, which there's a lot of people that we walk beside every day and
Yeah,
speak
you
to every
have
day.
older people. A lot of older people can't read and write, but that don't
That's
mean
true.
they you know, winking at 12 and 13-year-olds
Like they
because
don't
they
know
got
what's
a big butt.
Yeah, like they
Yeah.
don't know what's right
You
from
know.
wrong. You know what's right from wrong.
You know right
Yeah.
from wrong.
That's
And I'm this coming from a big R.Kelly fan, like, you know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah.
not even trying to say it in that way, but you know, I think that the managers knew too. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't, you know,
They were the ones getting the girls.
yeah. So it's just kind of like, okay,
And
so
that's
y'all
the part
and that's the part that's questionable
that,
too.
yeah.
You know, were you guys also involved in some of these things?
Because
some of these activities?
I honestly, I don't know, I do not care how hot somebody is and what at the moment our height could be. I see you coming out with a 13, 14, 15-year-old, and I know you're darn near in your 30s. First of all, that's not your cousin, niece, or daughter. Why would I even be
And
entertaining
almost
that?
every celebrity, almost everybody got some type of a story to tell behind him now that he's locked up. And it's kind of like, okay, why nobody?
That's her niece. I know her type. The lighting. Share. They have problem, you know. She's good looking, but you know her attitude is stinks. It's like a skunk, a bone share.